Shecoria Smith is 16 years old and lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. When Hurricane Florence directly hits her community, she finds herself worried about keeping her family together and supporting a friend who is dealing with an unimaginable trauma.
When I heard the rain, I worried most about my dad. He had traveled across the country to California for work in the days before the hurricane. I thought it would be months before I saw him again. A few days later, those worried feelings turned into feelings of relief. I was reunited with my father on a sunny afternoon when the hurricane had passed. I walked into the Wilmington International Airport as the smell of rain still lingered, reminding me of what could have happened to any of us only happened to some of us, while at the same time being thankful that my dad was okay. I remember waking up to a message from my friend begging me to wake up. She was in need. A few moments later, me and my mother met each other in the hallway, me with a confusing message saying I was needed, and her with a member of my friend's family on the phone with the devastating news. I was in shock. I had heard stories of fatalities days before, brushing it off like it could never affect me, not knowing days later I was going to get a rude awakening. My mother had just told me my friend's mother got killed when a tree fell on top of a part of the house her and her baby, not even a year old yet, were in. I remember crying in my mother's arms, heartbroken for my friend. Later that day, my friend messaged me saying she didn't know how she was going to go on. I told her, even though people she loved and needed were gone, she has to keep pushing through this tough time because there are other people who need her in their lives and want to see her do great things. This setback will prepare you for a major comeback. Me and her wrapped up our conversation after I told her she could always talk to me. It didn't matter if it was 2 in the morning or 12 in the afternoon. I'm here and I'll always be here. I still made sure I check on her from time to time. However, questions popped into my head from that day forward, like, could we make more areas that have huge trees around them, areas that need to evacuate during times like this? And how do we help those that don't have money to do so? All those thoughts had to be put on pause because everyone had to go to the memorial for my friend's mother and brother. My priority was to focus on my friend. No one really got the chance to grieve until the storm had passed because we had to focus on living situations and how to get where we needed to be safely. After all the chaos from Florence, prep for hurricanes needs to not only change for me, but needs to change for you too. This storm opened a lot of our eyes. We need to take natural disasters seriously because the same thing that happened to them could happen to you too.